Hi all. Very good evening. So let's start with our demo. Let me share the screen first. Okay. 1 second. Okay, I will share the screen. Now, taking forward from our last class, actually, we were supposed to have it over the weekend, but admin people were they have scheduled it over the Monday because most of you would be interested and most of you were not available over the weekends. So that's why it is being extended to Monday. Okay, taking forward from our last class. Okay, let's start with the things. Okay. Now, in the last class, we have seen that in the last couple of classes, like we have seen what is artificial intelligence. Okay. What is the course content? What is artificial intelligence? How you are going to make a system intelligent? Okay, and what are the course content of this, everything. And in our second class we have seen what is a training. Actually, when you give the data to the model will become intelligent by going through the data and acquire all the knowledge what is required over here. Okay, now this knowledge what is acquired by your model, that will use it to give you the answers. Okay, that's how the training will go on, and this training will be of three types, as I told you. One is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. There is a semi-supervised, the people will be saying that. We will see it while we get a deeper into this. So supervised learning means you are going to train the model under the supervision of a developer. Okay, by providing the labeled data. Labeled data means data which is having a proper labels. Okay, and unsupervised learning is nothing but where you are training the model with the data but unlabeled data. Okay, then last one is called as reinforcement learning. Okay, reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is nothing but, where we are going to train the model without any data. The model will learn by its trial and error basis based on its own experience. Okay, and then we have seen that what are the three different types of artificial intelligence. Narrow artificial intelligence, that is nothing but artificial narrow intelligence, we call it as artificial general intelligence, artificial super intelligence. Artificial narrow intelligence is the current stage where the basic systems, intelligent systems are made. Okay, that comes under the category of artificial narrow intelligence. Now, whatever the AI systems, what are there now, they comes under this. What is general intelligence? Where this is now, no system currently, whatever is developed, is not under this category because this requires, more sophisticated technology and very high-end internet speed and all those things. And in this case, what exactly happens is the system will be equally intelligent as that of the humans. It has the emotions. It recognizes what is bad, what is good. It will think and it will take the decision on that case. In this case, you can see the we will be advanced into the so many fields. As I was saying it, like human lifespan will be increased. Yeah, the whatever the disease may be, that will be cured within the like we will get the medicines within no time. Okay, that will be the one over here. And it will it will be like this. Each and every family will have an general intelligence humanoid. Okay, but when it comes to the super intelligence, this is like it's a very, very far superior compared to that of human intelligence. Once you make one single super intelligent machine, that's it. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, it will build up its own army of robots and all those things, and it will be used in the nanotechnologies, quantum computing, to process the things very, very fast and transform the things from one form to the another form. That will be there. In this phase, there is a huge risk is there. If you are not going to control this one, then the complete human race can be eradicated over here in this phase. Okay, that's the reason why all the big celebrities like Jeff Bezos and like Jeff Bezos and and Elon Musk and all the big like Bill Gates, they are signing the bonds agreements and the bonds saying that they are not going to do an over investment into the AI, and they want to make it a more and more beautiful and safe general intelligence system. And from there, they want to step up to the super intelligence on very cautious manner. That's what they were planning it. Again, for entering into general intelligence, at least it will take at least next 2 decades or so. And maybe I'm guessing it's not like from all the sources I'm saying. Maybe because if there is a rapid phase change in the technology is there, then it may go into the maybe 15 years also it may happen it. Okay, so now let's see the next important thing. Actually, here we will see that what is AI. We know it. The AI is nothing but it is a field of computer science which helps us to build intelligent machines, and which is like these intelligent machines will be doing the task usually requires the human intelligence. That's what. Now, what is ML? What is DL? What is Gen AI? And what is agentic AI? Okay, this is what we are going to see it. Okay, now just I'm copying the things we already mentioned about the AI over here. This is the one. I'm just, instead of writing it again over there, we have already discussed detailedly about the AI, artificial intelligence over here. Now I'm putting down this one over here. Now, what is artificial intelligence? We discussed it earlier. I will quickly have a quick recap over here. It is a process, it is a field of computer science which is used to build intelligent machines which are capable of performing the task requires human intelligence. They require human intelligence. That's what is meant by your artificial intelligence. Okay, you are going to give the intelligence to the machines, and these intelligence will be equally that of that human intelligence, which they can do the human task. Like the best example is driverless cars, robotic doctors. And this was actually coined in the year 1956 by a gentleman called as John McCarthy. Okay, he is the one. Now, next is we have seen this one, that is artificial intelligence was able to implement it. This is a concept, guys. Actually, AI is a concept. Now, implementation of the AI is done with the help of ML, DL, Gen AI, and Agentic AI. Now, as I told you, ML is kind of like very few projects are running on ML. We are far ahead now from the ML. So as a part of this course, we are not having ML. So, but still, I just wanted to give you some basic understanding. What is ML? Okay. Now, ML actually is machine learning. Okay. Now, this machine learning, uh, the term machine learning was coined. Okay. Priyanka, for this particular course, no, we don't need it. Because for generative AI and agentic AI and deep learning, we don't need it. We don't need any of your statistics or the mathematical knowledge. No. Okay. Yeah, we need a bit of a programming knowledge that I will provide you. But if you are doing ML in detailing, then your statistical knowledge should be good enough over there. Okay, but here when we head towards the generative AI, then we don't need this knowledge of the machine learning. Yeah, we need the knowledge of the deep learning. So deep learning doesn't require all this stuff. Okay. Now, so I'm just giving an overview with this. What is machine learning? See, the machine learning was first coined in the year or in by Arthur Samuel. There was a gentleman by the name Arthur Samuel. He used the word machine learning for the first time when in 1959, 59, 58, they will be saying 59. And where exactly they used it? They used it again in the Dartmouth conference. Okay, there is something called as Dartmouth College. In that they conducted the conference, and there they used it. And where it belongs to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Okay, now again, according to now a generic definition you can go with, what is machine learning? See, machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence that allows machine to extract intelligence from the data. Okay, this is like, that allows machine to extract intelligence from the data by itself. Okay, we will create a model, you give the data, that's it. It will remove the intelligence from that data. We don't need to do anything. Okay, that is what it is called as. So machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence that allows machines to extract intelligence from the data by itself without explicitly programmed. What do you mean by this is, all you have to do it is you create a model. That's it. You give the data. And that model will extract it an intelligence from the data on its own. On its own, it will extract the data from the intelligence. Okay, it will extract the intelligence from the data. And okay. Now, see here, this gentleman, the author Samuel, when he went on the dais of Dartmouth conference, he just didn't went on with an idea. Actually, he was having a working model. Whereas the John McCarthy, when he went on to the dais on the 1956 and he explained about the artificial, he was not having a working model. He was explaining the entire process end to end very clearly, very detailedly. But he was not having anything materialistic with him to display it, any template over there. He was explaining it everything on the conceptual manner. When it comes to the case of this gentleman, that is, Arthur Samuel, this guy was actually, he experienced something. What is that he experienced is, at that time, says in 1950s, there was only one company which was well known for the computers. Says the software development and software building and all those things. There was only one company. Okay, and that company name was IBM. Okay. And what exactly happened is, this gentleman, Arthur Samuel, he was working with the IBM. He developed a program. And that is a program called as checkers program. Okay, it was a checkers game. Checkers game is like, you can consider this as like a chess playing game. Okay, checkers program is nothing but a chess playing game. Now here, he invited all the people. Now just imagine, for you now, it may be not so important because we will be seeing a much better games nowadays. But when it comes to the case of in 1950s, this was 1952 actually in the year, and he built a game which one side the human will be there, other side the computer will play the game. Now, it is in 1952. This was really amazing at that time, and a lot of people were trying to play this game, and they were very happy to see that game. And of course, this game was not so intelligent, so everyone was able to defeat that game like in the chess playing game. Okay, or checkers is similar to that of chess. Now, when they were able to play, okay, when they were able to play, they were defeating this particular program within 10 to 15 moves. Just take it, 10 to 15 moves. So now just take it, you went over here. You went over here and you started playing the game. And maybe you defeated this particular program within 12 moves. And you are so impressed with that. After 2 weeks, you got a time and you went after 2 weeks again to play the game. And this time when you went and started playing the game, this program was defending itself. And you are not able to defeat it with the exactly same moves. You are not able to defeat it in 12 moves. Maybe it may be taking 20 moves. Now, when you inquired about Arthur Samuel about this, Arthur said that, no, I didn't change anything. Now, this was like the machine is learning by itself. Based on its own experience, the machine is learning by itself. Okay, this is what is a machine learning is. A machine is learning on its own based on its own experience. That is what it is. Without explicitly programmed, our machine is learning on its own. And this author Samuel defined this one as he said it is a field of study that gives computer ability to learn without being explicitly programmed, without being explicitly programmed. That is what is mean by your machine learning. Again, as I told you, as the people were asking me, that machine learning requires a bit of statistics. Okay. Now, the advancement, now the major problem with the machine learning is, first thing is, it can't handle the large volume of data. Okay, drawbacks. I'm putting as drawbacks of machine learning. It can't handle large volume of data. First thing, can't handle large volume of data. Second one, it can't handle the multi-dimensional data or a complicated problem which requires multi-dimensional data. Can't solve multi-dimensional or a complicated problem which requires multi-dimensional data. No, it can't handle it. And you have to do everything inside this, like feature engineering. Okay, no auto feature engineering. Okay, and it is good with only small volume of data. It is not so good with the large volume of data, and it can't do with this like images or text data. No, it can't handle it. Your ML, machine learning, can't handle it. This is the major drawback of your machine learning. Now, to give a solution, okay, now again, we are not going to go deep into this machine learning, but coding wise, I will explain you guys, but we are not going to go deep into this. Now, next one is over here, okay, deep learning. Now, first and foremost thing, what you have to understand about the deep learning is, human brain. Human brain. Okay, the deep learning is completely based on the human brain. Okay, how the human brain works. Based on that, the deep learning is developed. Okay, now I will explain you in this. See, deep learning, you can define it as first. Okay, I will tell you. Deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence. Okay, we know that this is a way we will define and or we implement it. Okay, artificial intelligence, which is considered as subset of machine learning. Okay, first it was artificial intelligence. First, artificial intelligence was implemented with the machine learning. And I explained you what is a machine learning. And then there are the serious drawbacks with this machine learning because they can't handle a very complicated solve problems. So they came up with something called as deep learning. Deep learning is based on the human brain, how the human brain works, and it is a type of artificial intelligence which is considered as a subset of machine learning. If it is like a subset of machine learning. Now, deep learning uses artificial neural network. Please remember the term over here, neural network, based on biological neural network. And here it is like human brain. Okay, to solve complicated problems. Okay, I hope you got the point. Now, again, you may ask me, what is this neural network? I will explain you. Just give me a minute. I will explain you. So deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence which is used to implement the artificial intelligence, especially solving the complicated problems. How it works? The deep learning uses the artificial neural network, okay, which is based on the biological neural network. Okay, there is something called as biological neural network, which is in our brain. Based on that, the artificial neural network is designed. Now, giving a quick introduction, guys, about this. Again, when we are dealing with the deep learning, we will go very detailedly about this. So let me explain you what is an neural network is. See, in the biological neural network, there, if you know it, like in the brain, there are like lot and lot of neurons. There are lot and lot of neurons are there in the brain. Now, these neurons are interconnected in this way. Okay, they are interconnected. Whenever these neurons are interconnected, we call it as network. Like this. They are all are interconnected. Like this. Okay. Now this is like I will say it as neuron 1, neuron 2, neuron 3, and neuron 4. Now, what they will do it is, once they get an input from your sensors, like let's take it as an eye. Eye is seeing a person. Now, this input will go on to different neurons over here, one after the other, like this. And each neuron will extract a particular feature. Maybe this one extract the nose, this may be about the mouth, this may be about the eyes, this may be about the hair, like this. A lot of neurons will be connected. They will extract the each and every feature. And whenever next time you are seeing this guy and you are remembering that guy, okay, recognizing that guy, then all these neurons will be helping us to recognize this gentleman. This is what is called as biological neural network. Okay, this is called as biological neural network, which is there in our brain. Network. And the same base, on the same structure base, there is a neuron is being created artificially. This is our neuron. Let's take it, artificial neuron. Again, there are two, and they are all connected artificially. Over here, like this. Okay. Now, these neurons are again, they are interconnected. From here, they are interconnected. These are all artificial neurons. Okay, these are biological neurons and these are artificial neurons. And these artificial neurons, they all are interconnected. We call these artificial neurons as perceptron. Perceptron. Okay, now you will give an input to this perceptron first, and this will extract some features and it will give out the next one. The second perceptron will extract second level features, and third perceptron will extract third level features, and fourth will be extracting something like this. Okay, this we call it as P1, P2, P3 and P4 because they are interconnected. What are these perceptrons? Perceptrons are nothing but artificial neurons and they are interconnected. They are considered as a artificial neural network. Okay, we call it as artificial neural network. This is also called as, popularly called as ANN. Okay, now again, the artificial like deep learning, especially deep learning, it's not like one person has contributed a lot. Everyone has contributed over the time. But major contribution was done by a gentleman. Like first one is in the perceptron. Perceptron was first coined by a gentleman called as Frank Rosenberg. Okay, he coined the term called as perceptron in the year 1957, again in Dartmouth Conference. AI coined in Dartmouth, ML coined in Dartmouth, and DL also. The perceptron is coined in Dartmouth. But the major contribution because of which he got the title called as father of deep learning is Geoffrey Hinton. Geoffrey Hinton. And this gentleman introduced something called as backpropagation, because of which the deep learning became overnight popular in the year 2006. Now, again, since 1957, 2006, nothing was happening. There was a development in that slowly. But in 2006, there was a major achievement was done, because of which the deep learning boomed up like anything else. Okay, now this is quickly about the deep learning, guys. Again, deep learning is specially used for two problem statements, that is called as computer vision. Second one is NLP. NLP stands for natural language processing. Now, computer vision means you can say it as you are providing the computer an ability to see the things or an ability to recognize an object. Okay? It is a field of deep learning which helps the system or your model, what you call it as, okay, model to which helps the model to recognize the objects. Just like how you humans recognize, this will recognize. If you give a picture of a bike, it will say it is a bike. If you show a car, it will tell it is a car. How? Based on your giving the training data, whatever the data you gave it, based on that. Okay, now next one is NLP. NLP is nothing but it is you are making your machine or a model understand human language. You understand and generate human language. Again, it is a field of deep learning which provides system or a model ability to understand human language or human understand and generate human language. Now, in a simple terminology, guys, like if you take it like if you take your mobile, let's take it your mobile. Your mobile will be having some feature called as face recognition. Okay, now how this recognizes, how the system or your mobile recognizes based on the computer vision. Okay, now again, if you are putting this one to a CCTV camera, it will easily recognize the person who is entering and getting out of your office. Okay, it will recognize it. And what is NLP is just like your Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant. What it will do, you can speak to them and it will understand and generate the response. That is called as natural language processing. These all are a part of your deep learning. Remember that. These all are a part of your deep learning. Clear, guys? Now, the very, very important one is called as generative AI. This is what we are going to concentrate. Okay. Now, what is this generative AI? See, now it's like this, guys. First, we got AI, an idea of how to create an intelligence that was implemented with the machine learning. And machine learning was having a problem that they can't handle a very complicated data. So deep learning came into the picture, right? The deep learning can handle the complicated data like images and text data, like using the computer vision and NLP over here. Clear? Okay, I will push it this one over here. Now, they wanted to go to the next level. Now, that is what is generative AI. Now, what is this generative AI? See, first thing is the basic core concept is same. I explained you earlier. You have a very, very large volume of data over here. This is the one. Very large volume of data. We are going to give this data to our model. Okay, this is our model. Sorry. Okay, this is our model. Okay, now what exactly? This is large volume of data. Very, very large volume of data. Very large volume of data means the data which is available over the internet, complete internet. Now, this is approximately, you can take it as a petabytes of data. Petabytes or exabytes of data. I told you, I explained you here. Here, you can take it out, what I explained it. Okay, I'm going a bit detailedly into this. So this is our data. And this data, you're going to give this to this model. Model is nothing but a very high-end sophisticated system over here. Here, we are going to give it to a model. And this model is trained with this data. Okay, and what happens is this process, obviously we call it as a training process, as I explained you. And this training process, because this is a very large volume of data, which is all the data which is available over the internet on the public domain, that we are going to give it to our model, and model will start learning from this. And this training process will take months of time based on the model. How sophisticated your model is, that based on that. How good your processing speed is based on that. If it is a very high-end system, then it will take it months. If it is a bit low-end system, it will take years also. Okay, now I will show you literally. This is a very large volume of data we are giving it. This we will call it as LLM. Okay, this stands for large language model. Large language model. And what is the beauty of this large language model is all this knowledge is stored in some components called as parameters. This we will see it very detailedly as we move forward, but you can take it, these parameters are the small components in the model where the data can be changed. It is a trainable parameters, we call it as. Okay, these are called as trainable parameters. And this will learn. This is our LLM. These LLMs, we take these LLMs and we are going to put it in an application like this. This is our application. Okay, I'm just putting a different color. And this is our model, LLM. Here I'm giving it. I will put it inside this. Now it's like this, guys. This application is just a which provides some functionality. This is an application. And this is the brain of the application. Okay, based on this, whatever it learned from this data, large volume of data, this will store, remember all these things in the parameters that we are going to invoke into an application. And this application will use this knowledge in the LLM, and it will start giving you the answer. It will start giving you the answer. Now, example of this application is ChatGPT or Gemini. When it comes to the LLM, what is the LLM? This actually ChatGPT is developed by a company called as OpenAI. Okay, now Gemini is developed by a company called as Google, and they do have their own names for these LLMs. So ChatGPT gave it as GPT, GPT-4, GPT 4.5 or 4.0 or 5, like this. Okay, now Gemini has having its own, they gave the name to the LLM as Gemini itself, and they gave it as Gemini 1.5, Gemini 2, Gemini 2.5, something like that. Okay, now these are the very, very popular. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to literally show you this one. And you know, as I'm saying, this getting the large volume data is very, very difficult. First thing. Second is creating this very high-end sophisticated system and performing this training process is very expensive. Now, a study says that it's not that the OpenAI Gemini people has given it. Each time if you want to train, it will cost you around $8 to $10 million. $8 to $10 million if you want to train a model. Okay, this is what exactly is. Now our entire course runs around this. Our entire course will runs around this. That is the LLMs and agentic AI. Okay, Now here, now one more, as I told you, this is any small company can't do it. No way. No company can do this one. This is very difficult for a small company to perform this training. Only big companies like Meta, Facebook, Google, Amazon, or Microsoft, or OpenAI, all these companies which can do this. And what they are doing is they are giving these LLMs for lease, or you can use these LLMs in your own applications. Okay, you can get those LLMs and you can use it in your own. Let's take this is your own application and get it and use this LLM inside this LLM over here like this. Now, how we are going to get it is, of course, we use an API key. With the API key, we will take the LLM from the ChatGPT, or says OpenAI or Google people, Gemini, and we will get it to our application over here. Let's take this is my application. And to this application, I'm going to invoke this one, and this will work like ChatGPT. How the ChatGPT will be working? This will work as our own ChatGPT. Clear? Now, this is the business which is going on now, because they are spending like $8 to $10 million for each training. They have to get that money back, right? This is a very popular business as of now in the IT. So you can get this one. And now when you are dealing with generative AI, Gen AI professional, or Gen AI developer, or Gen AI expert kind of stuff positions, you are going to take it. That is nothing but you are going to get an LLM and you are going to use it in your own application. This is what you are going to do it. Okay. Now, this is what exactly the Gen AI will be doing it. First thing, see, I told you first, a large data is there. That data is given to a model, and this model says this system is integrated into an application. That application is using as a brain. LLM is a brain to that application, and this you can get it to your own system and you can do it. I will show you all these things with OpenAI. Right now, I will do it. I will not write the code. I will show you the entire structure. So now first here, now I have this one is ChatGPT. Okay, I am the ChatGPT is nothing but this application. This application is developed by OpenAI people. Inside this, there is an LLM. Okay, now I'm going to ask this one. Okay, what is the version of LLM you are powered with? Okay, and which company developed this LLM, and what is the time duration took to train this LLM? Let me ask this and see that what response it is going to. See, good question. Here, roughly how to understand the LLM version. So here, I'm based on the version GPT-4 family. Okay, family means again there is a different versions are there. Now, developed by OpenAI. I told you, OpenAI is nothing but a company. Now, more precisely, OpenAI built a base model and like pre-trained on the large corpus. Corpus in a sense data, large data. Okay, and developed by then applied additional alignment, fine tuning. Example like RLHF. This is uh, reinforcement learning, human feedback, based on human feedback it is, to make it suitable for dialogue and reasoning. Now the GPT-4 refers to the class of large language models transform based the parameters here, based on transformer based large parameters count. Like as I told you, this entire data will be stored in the parameters, and that's what it is. Okay, now it says that OpenAI not the public source. It is a not public source because it is not available. It is not a free of cost. It didn't give me any number. Okay, it's saying it clearly, like it is powered with the LLM 4. I told you there will be 4.05. Now I said it, I can get this one and I can use it over here. Yes, you can do that. I can show you over here. Go to and here I will type it over here. Open AI. Okay. API key just to get it. Now click on this. First you have to sign in, guys. Sign in with your Google account, anything. You can do this. I'm doing it with my Google account here. Okay, now let me show you. These are all the LLMs what are there with the OpenAI. You can see it. GPT 5.1, 5 mini, 5 nano. These all are different LLMs for all the different purpose. Specific models over here for different purpose. For images, DALI is there, or all are different models over here which are available, which you can use it for your own purpose. But how I can use it? This is not free of cost, remember. So we have to pay the bill for this, and then you can use it. Okay. Now I will show you how to create an API. So here you go to overview. Here you can get started, and here create an API key. Now it is taking me to this. I already have one API key. Now let me clear this one, this API key. I will delete this one. Now let me create one API key for you. So here I will create new API key. And you give some name. I will say it as demo key. And you can say create. Now this all will work for you. Okay. But if you want this key to work, now creating all these things will work for you. Okay, till here. But after copying this, now I will show you how big this key is. Okay, I'm putting down. Look at this key, how big the key is. Okay, now this key, if you want to pull the LLM and you want to use that in your program or in your computer, then you should recharge this one. Okay, you have to recharge, and based on that recharge, each and every time whenever we use it, this key, the money will be deducted. Okay, now you can recharge with $5 or $10, and based on that, you are going to they will be deducting the as you use, based on your usage, they will deduct the money over here. Okay, that's the way it is designed. Now let me try to show you if I have any. Let me go to this. I'm just trying to show you the amount, guys. Usually, you can recharge it with $5 or $10 based on that. And as you move forward, then it will be, I will give it as billing. Or I will give it as recharge. Or manage the billing amount or something like this. Let me see this if I can open anything. Usage limit per page. Now it is organization budget is 0 to it is showing us like how they will be charging. This is a billing manage. So GPT 5.1 will be now this is for every million tokens. When we use this every million tokens, we will be charged with some amount over here. So I will show you like let me show you the model. Here is the billing. Here, look at this. This is balance. What is there? 14.60. Now I recharged around $20, maybe around 3-4 months back. Now the balance is 14.60. Okay, so this is the way you will be getting it. Now, how they will be charging it. Okay, I will show you. If you take this, okay, let's take this one, this model. Here you can see 1.25 to $10 based on the usage. And this is like this amount will be deducted for you based on the number of tokens you are using it. So it will be for every million tokens, they will be charging you this one. Okay. Here you can see per 1 million batch API price is $10. $10, there will be 1.25 to output is $10. This is 1.25 is for your inputs, and the outputs will be calculated like this. Okay, again for every 10,000 tokens or something like that, or 10 lakh tokens. Okay, 1 million. So this I showed you how we can get this API key, and we will see this one, how we can get it to our system and how we can use it and how we can create it. Okay, now this is a basic information about your generative AI. I didn't put on the definition yet over here. I will just put on the definition over here. See, it is a type of artificial intelligence that focus on creating new content and new content. This is a type of artificial. I'm talking about generative AI. Generative AI is a type of which is specially focused to create the new content. Okay, and it is a subset of deep learning and reinforcement learning. It is a subset of deep learning and reinforcement learning. And generative AI learns patterns from the data, patterns, and relationships, I can say it as, which we call it as insights from the data. And uses this knowledge to generate original content, human-like content. See, the beauty of this one is it will altogether generate a new content. Okay, it will generate new content. So what do you mean by this is, if you take it a search engine, let's take it. I will take a search engine over here. I will go back to Google. And let me show you what is like here. I'm asking, what is nanotechnology? I'm asking, what is nanotechnology? See, here, what the search engine will do is like, it will search for this and it will refer me the websites which tells us about the nanotechnology. Of course, it is giving me some videos, and you can see this name that is built in Wikipedia. And here there is a National Nanotechnologies Coordination Office. This is also, it is giving us, and National Geographic Society over here. This from here, it is saying that go and learn from here. Okay, now I will run it once again, guys. Let's do it. Again, I will get the pretty much same built-in Wikipedia, and here about national nanotechnologies, and here National Geographics, and here it is European Commission, and all the same. Okay, what it will do is like it will guide us to a website which is having the content about the nanotechnology. If you go to that any of the website, you will find a relevant data over there about the nanotechnologies. Okay, but when it comes to the case of, this is how they will explain us. When it comes to the case of our LLM, like I'm taking it as ChatGPT, okay, our LLM. Now I'm asking the same question. What is nanotechnology? Okay, I'm just giving it like this. Now you can see it. Now this is getting me the content. Okay, the difference is here it is guiding me to a website. Go and read yourself. Here it is getting me a content which is well organized. And the beauty of this is this doesn't belong to any particular website. It will not belong to any particular website. It is all together, it will generate the new content. So there is no ownership over here for this content. How it is getting? It is learning from the large data, storing the knowledge in the parameters over here. And these parameters, it will have all the knowledge and it will generate the output. Generate the output. Now you see this. I'm taking the same ChatGPT. Okay. And here I'm going to put it on over here. What is nanotechnology? I'm taking it the same here. Okay, I'm running it. Now look at this. Is there something wrong? No, nothing wrong. Look at this. Nanotechnology is a science and engineering of creating the manipulating, and using the material at the nanoscale. Now here, look at this. It is also ChatGPT, same question. So here you can see is a branch of science and engineering focused on studying and manipulating material at the nanoscale, typically between 1 and 100 nanometers. Here, the content is like the core concept is same, but the framing of the sentence is different. Can you get it? Now, for example, if you ask me a question, now we had like 1 hour class over here continuously. Now, if you come up and say, can you repeat the same thing again and again, exactly same words, what we have done it in past 1 hour, can I repeat it? No, exact same words. No, because all the things what I'm explaining is stored in my brain, and I'm trying to frame up the sentences so that you can understand the concepts. Okay, you can understand the concept, but altogether I'm framing up. Now next time when I say my core concept may be same, my core content may be same, but the framing of the sentence will be different. The same thing is happening over here. It is getting a different, slightly different, and here it's see what makes nanotechnology special, and this one it is saying what nanotechnology involves and applications on nanotechnologies, and here you can see it, applications on nanotechnologies. It is saying medicine, electronic. Now let me see that what this is saying. Application medicine, it's showing almost the same. Why it's important? Here, in simple words, there's no why it is important. Now, what I'm trying to show you is the LLM will generate the content. Each and every time you ask the same question, it will generate the new content. It is not repeating the same. That is the beauty of your LLMs. LLMs is nothing but a large language model, and this will generate the content. That content is not, it didn't get that content from anywhere else. Okay, it's not getting it from anywhere else. It is creating the content. Now, for example, here, I will take it. Okay, let me take the Gemini over here. We have the Gemini also. Now, here, I will ask it over here. Gemini will also be there. This is also. I'm asking a question. Generate an image where image king is riding white horse over mountain, over sea or ocean. Okay, I'm just putting it. Generate an image where king is riding a white horse over, which is flying over oceans. Now you can see it. Now this, it will generate the content. This content is not there. This content is, it is creating the content on its own based on the knowledge, whatever is there. Now you see this. Okay. Now this is creating on its own. It is not getting it from anywhere. Okay. Now, if I put it on in the search engine like this, I will say that, okay, king flying over or flying over horse or riding horse and flying over ocean. Now you can see this. It is guiding me a video, or if I go to an image over here, let's see, this is what it is. Now, if you check it out, if you click on this image, any of them, it will guide me to a website. See here. You can see it. It will say it is not generating it. It is referring to a website where the closest images you can find it over here. But in this case, it is generating the content. Not only this, even your ChatGPT also will do the same. Okay, so this is the actual beauty of your LLM. So they generate altogether new content. Now you can see it. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that focus on creating new content, and it is subset of deep learning and reinforcement learning. Generative AI learns patterns and relationship from the data and uses this knowledge to generate original human-like content. Okay, now what are the things it can generate? It can generate output like text data. Now, just now I've shown you text generation. I can say it as text generation. Okay, here text generation is this. I'm generating the text on nanotechnologies. Okay, now generate images over here. You can generate an image. Okay, or image generation. I will write it as image generation. Then you can get it video generation. You can generate a video. And audio generation. You can generate the audio of a, if I give my voice, it will generate a audio of my time. And then there is a music generation. So if I give a, like maybe I want to generate some mass song, Indian mass song, I'll give like 10 to 50 or 50 different mass songs to my model. It will go through these mass songs and it will generate altogether new content. It will generate altogether new content, and this content doesn't belongs to anyone. That's the biggest problem. The ownership is the issue over here. Okay, now LLM has some terminologies, guys, which we have to do it. Generative AI terminology, which we have to know it. First one is LLM. We know it, LLM. There is something called as pre-trained. And there is something called as prompt engineering. Of course, prompt is also there. Okay, prompt engineering. And next one is fine-tuning. Fine-tuning and RAG. Okay. This is all about your channel. Now I will explain you. Tomorrow I will explain you each and every concept of this. What LLM, you know it. Pre-trained, I'm going to explain. Prompt, all these things I'm going to explain you one after the other tomorrow. Okay, guys. Any questions, please? Do you have any questions for me? I'm ending up the session over here. And tomorrow will be our last session. I will explain you the generative AI. I will write the code and I will show you how we can get this LLM into our system and we can use it. Okay. Sure. I'm taking it as no, guys, and I'm stopping it over here. And we will meet tomorrow to continue with our demo session. That will be the last one. Okay. Thank you.